Hi, I'm Dr. Lanier, and I own Be Well for Life, and I do these videos to help people who have some very serious problems, but who could actually be helped by simple lifestyle, eating decisions. And that's what I specialize in. That's what I'm trained in. I'm highly qualified to do that, not by my own merit, but just by the work I've done. So we've been talking about stress and GERD because GERD is so prevalent. And I think the pharmaceutical industry has made a living off of GERD. Well, let's talk about one thing related to GERD. And it has to do with the things that we've already talked about: mindful eating, relaxation, slowing down. Not that you can't speed up and get a lot done in a day, but slowing down around the things that have to do with digestion. Take a breath. How many times a day do you sigh? You know, that's one way God's put in our respiratory system to catch up on a breath. How many times do you yawn? Same thing happens. You might yawn several times if you're under severe stress within 15 minutes because you're trying to catch up on your oxygen. Breathing. Now that's part of your autonomic nervous system, just like stress is part of your autonomic nervous system, or the automated or the automatic nervous system. You don't think about it. It's there to help you without you thinking about it, thank the Lord. If you had to remember to tell your heart to beat, if you had to remember to tell your lungs to fill with air, what if you forgot? No, it's automatic. However, when there's stress, automatically you shorten your breath. Your heart rate goes up, and you are attempting to survive. Makes sense when you're running away from a bear or a lion, just like the fight or flight syndrome is intended to be, or you're in a fight, maybe you're in a war. Yeah, you need your heart rate to be up. You need your breath to be shorter and get more oxygen faster. But that's intended to last for a moment. So, you may have heard of take a breath. You may have heard of breathing, relaxation, meditation. Let me reassure you of something. That is not mystical. It is physiological. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a second, and then just, in a relaxed sort of way, let it all the way out, and then press your stomach in and let every bit of it out. And you can do that 3 times in a row to start your process of just relaxing, being mindful, being grateful. There's some things to be grateful for, even under great stress. I've lived long enough to know about stress. Don't you worry. I'm not talking about it. I have lived it, and I know its detriments, and I know how to manage some of it. So, as you're dealing with digestive issues and GERD and stress, breathe. It's actually a practice that's very, very helpful. Deep belly breathing, they call it. Meditation. 15-20 minutes of it, 2 or 3 times a day, would just make you a healthy individual, especially on a high-stress lifestyle you might have. And don't get me wrong, it's not that you can avoid stress. It's not the stress's fault. Sometimes we just have to manage that. How many minutes and hours in a day can we limit that? I think more so than we give ourselves credit for. Some of us live under high-stress jobs. Some of us just have a season of our life that it's very stressful. Things have happened. Loved ones may have died, or had other social issues or family issues that really, to me, are the worst. They cause you the most stress. They cause you the most concern. And it's not stress that it's evil. It's just stress that concerns you and occupies your mind and gets in the way of your health. So, learning how to manage that is part of functional medicine. And there are practices, there are tools. One day I'll create a course on that. But anyway, breathing. Take a breath. Take a minute or 20. Thanks for listening today. I hope that helps. Stay tuned for the next video.